Hey guys, how's it going? It's your Tuber back with another video. Hope you guys are doing well. And today we're going to be continuing our Rise of the Old Gods card review with the Mage class today. If you haven't checked out our previous ones, make sure to check those out. I'll link them in the description. And yeah, so let's just start right into it. Or get right into it. So first off, you have a 2-mana 3/2 Confection Cyclone. It's elemental. Battlecry, add 2 1/2 sugar elementals to your hand. So we're having another push for this elemental archetype in Mage. We had it in Galakron's Awakening, a few cards, even Uldum. And this card, pretty solid card, reminds me of Firefly. It's a little stronger though. It has a good stat line for 2-drop and it adds the 2 sugar elementals to your hand, which will synergize with the Grand Finale, another card we'll talk about a little later. And typically you want to play this with Elemental Allies on 1, and that's the card that if you play an Elemental 2 turns in a row, you draw 3 spells. So you play that on 1, play this on 2, and then play one of your Sugar Elementals on 3, and you draw 3 spells. So that's pretty much the combo you want to go for, and it's pretty strong. So this is all in all a good card that supports the Elemental archetype of Mage, and I'm excited. You know, I've tried it out before. Not too bad. Sometimes a little inconsistent, but it's really fun nonetheless. Next up, we got 2-mana spell, legendary spell actually, Deck of Lunacy. Transform spells in your deck into ones that cost 3 more. They keep their original cost. So let's say you have like an Arcane Intellect cost 3. It transforms it into a 6 cost spell, but you still only paid 3 for it. So that's a really high value, effect. Deck of Lunacy. Let's say you get it off, pretty early. You transform, especially if you're playing an all spell deck, which is kind of what you want to do with this card. You could transform like 20 odd cards to cost 3 or more. And if you have blizzards or high cast spells, then you'll get really high value things that don't cost that much. This is a really fun card. I honestly think it's pretty good, and I'm excited for this kind of mage support with the whole no minion thing. So yeah, cool card overall. Next up, we got the Game Master, 2-mana 2/3. The first secret you play each turn costs 1. So now we have the secret push in Rise of the Old Gods as well. If you play this on turn 3, you can play this and a secret. Mage secrets cost 3, so having it only cost 1 is extremely strong. And this card is not like a bad statted card. So let's say you play it on 2, it may not even die on 2 or the next turn. So you can still play the secret in the following turn, and maybe even 2 secrets. So really good card that supports the secret archetype, and yeah, I think this will be a great deck. Okay, now we got the new secret, Rigged Fair Game, 3-mana secret, of course, because Mage is 3 mana. And if you didn't take any damage during your opponent's turn, draw 3 cards. So let's say you play the Game Master and then coin this out. Most likely your opponent's not going to go face, because why would they? They may think, oh, it could be a counter spell or an ice barrier or something like that. So a lot of the times you can just get those 3 cards in, which is really strong. 3 mana, draw 3. We have Arcane Intellect is only draw 2. So this draws you 3, and it also like plays, you can play some mind games with your opponent and trick them into thinking it's something else. So having a strong secret like this is always really good for Mage, and especially in the secret archetype. And it helps them draw, because Mage may not play, they have Arcane Intellect, but besides that, there's not too much to draw. So this helps out, helps a lot with that aspect of Mage. So now we got the Occult Conjurer, 4-mana 4/4. Battlecry, if you control a secret, summon a copy of this. This card's really cool. So there's lots of combos. Obviously, it's not that hard to play a secret. We know it's Ancient Mysteries, 2 mana, draw a secret from your deck, costs 0. So you can save that secret, and then on 4, you play the secret and play this. So your opponent can't stop this combo. You just get 2 4-drops, which is very hard for your opponent to deal with, especially if they only have 4 or 5 mana. All classes can't really deal with that. No one can really deal with that unless they have a strong board. So this is a really strong card for Secret Mage. This is kind of your high end, your big push. And if you get this going, there's not much that can stop you. So this is a really good card for Secret Mage. So this is similar to Secret Mage. It's another supporting card. Ring Toss, 4-mana spell. Discover a secret and cast it. Corrupt, discover 2 instead. So this may not be amazing in Secret Mage now that I think of it. It could be decent in like a Highlander Mage or some other variants where you can actually play 5-6 mana cards that can corrupt it. 4 mana for 2 Mage Secrets that would normally cost 6 mana. That's pretty high value. And they're not in your deck, so it's not like you have to put them in your deck. You can just, choose any 2 secrets. Maybe you think, oh, your opponent's going for a big minion. Let me go for a mirror entity, and they won't realize, or go for a counter spell. And just having 2 secrets is really hard for your opponent to play around, because they want to do things that help them, but oftentimes they're afraid because the secret could counter them. So, like with counter spell or entity or spellbender even. So this is a really cool card. I remember myself when I was playing Ring Toss in the Darkmoon Faire and Warcraft. I couldn't get the turtle, but anyways, that's besides the point. This is a pretty strong card, and I'm excited to see all the secret stuff that Mage has to bring. Now we got another elemental, 5 mana 3/5, Firework Elemental. Battlecry, deal 3 damage to a minion, Corrupt, deal 12 instead. That sounds pretty crazy. I mean, 3 damage at 5 mana, that's not good at all, and the stat line's horrible. But Corrupt, deal 12. I mean, honestly, there's no minions that have 12 health. Not in these times, at least. There's no, like, Ultra Soar. And corrupting this, you have to play a card that's cost 6 mana, and the reward, is not even that good. So I think this card, like, especially in Elemental Mage, you're not going to want to be playing high cost cards, because you want to just play out your board and push pressure and empty your hand and stuff like that. So this card, I don't think it doesn't fit. I think if it costed 4 mana and did less damage, it would be easier to play, but, as of now, it's just not playable at this mana cost, and you still have to corrupt it to get any, reward from it. So, we got the second legendary, Sage, Seer of Darkmoon, 6 mana, 5/5. Not great stat lines, but the effect's pretty good. Battlecry, draw a card, upgraded for each friendly secret that's triggered. So let's say you've triggered, like, I don't know, another Wind Portal and a counter spell. You're drawing 3 cards, so 6 mana, 5/5, draw 3. This card just helps replenish your hand once you've, played out your Occult Conjurers, your Secrets, your Game Masters, other things like that. I think it's pretty good. Obviously, there's those awkward instances where you have this in your starting hand or before you've even played or gotten any Secrets, which could be bad, but I think for the most part, there's only 1 in the deck, so sometimes you may just need that final push to draw and look for cards in your deck, and I think this could really help out with that in the Secret archetype. Then we got the Mask of Cthulhu, another piece of the Old Gods. 7 mana, deal 10 damage, randomly split among all enemies. This seems cool in like a Spell Mage kind of deck where you reduce the cost with Encounters Flow by 1. Maybe even Deck of Lunacy to make this a 10 cost spell that costs 7. I just think 7 mana and doing random damage is just so inconsistent because your opponent could have like a 6 health minion, and you may just want to have like a rolling fireball or just a regular fireball that deals with it and costs less mana so you can do other things with your turn. And the randomness of it, it just makes like a 7 mana card not that strong. So this isn't a very strong card. It's cool for its existence. You can get it from evocation or different effects like Lunacy on a 4 mana spell. But overall, I don't think this is a very strong card to just throw in your deck. And yeah, it just doesn't do that much. And we got the Grand Finale, the last card. How fitting. 8 mana, spell, summon an 8/8 elemental, repeat for each elemental you played last turn. So like I was talking about earlier, Convection Cyclone, let's say you save your 2/1/1 elementals, then you can play those 2, and then play this and you get 3 8/8s, and your opponent most likely won't be able to deal with it. And even if you don't have an elemental you played last turn, just summoning 1 8/8 is pretty strong. So overall, great card for the whole Mage elemental thingy. So yeah, looking at the Mage cards, some cool elemental secret support, even some spells with Lunacy and stuff like that. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm not sure if it's going to be, contesting the meta, but it'll definitely be fun. And if you guys like this video, then like it. And yeah, just stay tuned for the next reviews for the Rise of the Old Gods videos, and we'll see you next time.